Hello and welcome to Train Sim World 3, where today we're back on ScotRail Express Edinburgh to Glasgow, and we'll be taking on the Don't Mist Around scenario. So as it says, we'll join the main line at Polmont, head all the way to Haymarket, where we'll be then stabling the loco, or this class 385 at Edinburgh Waverley. So first thing to do, let's get the train set up. Let's turn on the safety systems. If you like this one, why don't you hit the like button and also subscribe. So we are permitted to go. Let's just turn the train management system on. Make sure we've got headlights are on full. Lovely. So as we can see, another 385 going in the opposite direction. Let's get into the train management system, and yeah, you can use any login and password. It doesn't matter. There we go. We're a 3-car unit, as you can see, and we'll be heading into 40-mile-an-hour zone. And we'll be stopping at Polmont in just a second. It's going to be a little bit more challenging day in the mist, which creates a nice little challenge, yes? Once we get to Polmont, we'll take a look at the timetable and see where we're going to be stopping today. I remember the updated brakes on this are pretty powerful from memory. Oh, no, not emergency brake. Oh, I hit the emergency brake, didn't I? I hope I haven't locked it out. No, that's fine. Let's unlock the doors. Beautiful. It's very cool having this in the mist. I think it's ideal opportunity to get our thumbnail. Let's use that one, I reckon. Maybe a little bit closer. Perfect. You know, if you're watching this, you click that thumbnail. So we'll be ready to depart in just a second. Let's start locking those doors. Let's do a bit of auto announcing. We can do this.
This is Polmont.
It certainly is. And we'll be permitted to depart right about now. Next station, let's do next station.
The next station is Linlithgow.
It certainly is. And away we go. We are under single yellows, so just a bit of braking action to bring us, take some of that speed off, since we're under single yellows. So, as I said, Linlithgow, Edinburgh Park, and then Haymarket, and then we'll be heading to Edinburgh Waverley. I think we're gonna hit adverse signals probably all the way. I think probably into Edinburgh. So nice little challenge this, especially in the mist as well. You can barely see the 385, but this is the beauty of the obviously the weather that was introduced into Train Sim World. So yeah, I'm a big fan. we're going to get, what we seeing? Is that a single yellow, I think, in the distance there still? Nope, we're hit a double yellow, so we'll pick up the speed slightly. We are permitted to head up to 100, so I think we'll head to about 50 or 60 miles an hour. I think about 50 is good. We'll just keep cruising along here at 50 for now. We're definitely hitting some signals. It's obviously since Rivet Games have released the update to this this route, it has made such a vast improvement, certainly with the sounds, and yeah, it's and the braking on this is much more. It's much more realistic, I think. Obviously, never been on one of these trains before, but it feels a lot better, certainly to drive. We're still under double yellows, so we're definitely following something ahead of us. Let's just check it out on the map. You can see we've got Linlithgow coming up in just a second, and we can probably, if we can find it, see the train in front of us. There you go. So we're definitely following something, and I suspect this train in front of us, it looks like it's going to be slowing as well anyway for Linlithgow, so we're probably going to be held up behind that. I suspect this is going to be probably single yellow now, or is it still doubles? It's still double by the look of it. It's hard to see, yeah. We'll acknowledge AWS there. We've still got plenty of time. We shouldn't be there. We shouldn't be arriving into Linlithgow until 11 minutes past. We're only, you know, nearly coming up to 8 minutes past. So plenty of time yet. No rush. Look at that, beautiful as it goes across this bridge. This route really is beautifully modelled. It's just sometimes a shame that you don't get to see much of it out of this really quite small window in the 385. And now we'll be hitting a single yellow, so we'll stop braking. So we're going to be arriving at...
We'll soon arrive at Linlithgow.
We certainly will be. It would be fantastic if these train announcements were automatic. It would be fantastic just to hear that in the background. I'm sure in the future an iteration of this could be introduced where so when you hit certain points on the track it does some kind of auto announcement, or surely you'd imagine so that would be possible. See the red just ahead. We'll creep up to it a little bit further as it goes to a single yellow now, but we'll be coming into Linlithgow anyway, so not too crazy on the power. And we are still really quite ahead of time anyway, so there's no rush with this. We'll keep it at about 30, I think. Feels about right. And we can see the station just coming into view now. It seems like quite a small station, this. The brakes on this, as you touch it with the keyboard, are very sensitive. Really are quite sensitive. Look at this, beautiful. Just drop it into minimum, there we go, and we'll be departing very shortly. Look at this, beautiful. It is. This route is has so much potential. It would be nice to see other locos on this route. Obviously we've got the 314 and the recently introduced rail tours. If you've got West Cornwall local and also the steam rail tour pack. It's a shame that you've got to have both of those to enable that on this layer, but it certainly would be nice to see some more current modern traction on this route, because it feels like it's missing it. There we go, and away we go, and we're under green, so we can head up to our top speed of 100, and this loco's top speed is 100, so we really will be maxing it out. Let's do the this train is for
Haymarket.
And the next station?
The next station is Edinburgh Park.
It certainly is. So Edinburgh Park was actually missing from the as a stop from the timetabled services. So I've never actually stopped at Edinburgh Park to date. So it'd be nice to see what Edinburgh Park's like, even though we probably won't be able to see much of it in this mist. There we go. We rapidly got up to speed here. We'll just cruise along at 96. Feels like a nice speed. So we'll just show you the map so you can get a feel for what it's like. So obviously our next stop will be here at Edinburgh Park. We've then got where are we? We've then got Haymarket here. And then we've got Edinburgh Waverley, where will be our final stop. But it's a lovely route to do from A to B. It takes roughly around 50 minutes, so good, you know, good amount of time. So 8.5 miles to go. Horn sounds pretty good, actually. So the train management system has obviously been introduced for the first time in this route. It also does allow for individual door selection, so if for whatever reason you slightly over or undershoot a station, you can select just say the front 2 carriages or the rear 2 carriages or whatever carriage you want for the doors to open. So that's a nice little feature that's been introduced, obviously, along with the announcements. And we should have been slow in that. I definitely wasn't paying attention. Trying to tell you about the train management system. Never mind. So it's nice that there's a little bit of functionality been introduced into the screen rather than it just being left blank. I do like that. Oh, that feels very bright. Some weird lighting effect going on with that. And we've got a single yellow, so just ever so slightly start to take some of our speed off. Probably down to about, I think around the 50 mile an hour mark we'll aim for. I suspect, will we get a double, a single? Okay, back under to a double. So we'll just leave it on minimum, I think, just to get us down to around 50. There we go. We haven't seen too many or any other trains so far. Shame, would have been nice to see, certainly in the timetable, you do quite frequently see quite a few other 385 services. We've not seen that so far in the scenario. What have we got coming up here? Is it a single? Does look like a single. So we'll start to reduce our speed, obviously, a bit more. Now we'll keep it a minimum. Let's whereas we've definitely got another train in front of us somewhere. There it is. We caught it up. I guess there's is there a station right there? Didn't think so. It's a very slow little run. Obviously, being under single yellows, we're going to ignore the fact that we know it's going to be yellow by the time we get into the next signal. But trying to play this obviously true to life. You wouldn't know the next signal was yellow until you could obviously see it. And obviously in this mist, it makes seeing those signals obviously a lot more difficult. And we can see it's actually gone green now, so we'll certainly start to accelerate back up to 100. So Edinburgh Park, 3.7 miles. We should do that pretty damn quickly. Now we can head back up to 100. Go. We're really starting to get up speed quite quickly here. That's the beauty of this 385. It's got a good acceleration. Still under greens, so it's nice that we're seeing some adverse signals along the way, so rather than sometimes you see on some services just completely clear runs from A to B, it's nice that you've got to be aware that signals might be against you on this scenario. So, not far from Edinburgh. I think we're going to be probably slightly late into Edinburgh at this rate. Or Edinburgh Park, should I say. We'll start to brake now. Obviously, we've got a double yellow, but perfect timing as we approach our next stop. Let's do an announcement, of course. Let's go to the auto announcement.
We'll soon arrive at Edinburgh Park.
We certainly will be. A bit harder on the brakes here. We're still doing 80 miles an hour. Single yellow, but we're coming down with the speed quite nicely. Should be absolutely just fine. Oh, that's very bright coming out of there. That is some weird lighting behaviour. .36 as we roll into the station. Nice. Perfect. Slightly behind time, but that's not a problem. Pretty modern looking station, this. As passengers alight here. We'll finish unloading them and then we'll just have a quick look round. Nice little overbridge here. Plenty of passengers making their way across. We are on time still, so that's always a bonus. Let's lock those doors. Do we get another thumbnail here, perhaps? I think it might be. Right, let's get ready to go, and we can be departing. So, next stop, where's it gone?
The next station is Haymarket.
It certainly is. And that will be our final stop. Well, in service, that will be our final stop. As we thunder off, we see we've got the green, so we're good. For our speed, we can head all the way up to, well, as fast as we can get it. We'll be going via Haymarket Junction Crossing. at us go, thundering along now. Still not being able to see much. Certainly makes this this scenario a lot harder, but I'm really enjoying it. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Be really interesting to hear. We need to be slowing for the 80, although not sure I saw a marker board that said that. There we go, we're down to 80 in time. There we go, went through a neutral zone just there. We're going down to 85. Well, that doesn't feel legit at all. Sorry, down to 25. That is no warning at all. I don't feel like that would be realistic at all. Surely it would bring you down. Surely the signalling system will bring you down a lot sooner than that. You would go to double yellow, then to a single, before taking the crossing there, or the junction. Interesting. That didn't feel very legit to me. As we come into Haymarket. And this will be the final stop for our passengers today. There we go. Pretty bang on, I would say. Yeah, that sequencing into Haymarket there didn't feel too realistic when it came to signals. Surely coming down from just a straight double yellow to a junction at 25 miles an hour from 80 without any kind of warning, I'm not sure. I'm not convinced by that. We've unloaded the passengers. Are we ready to go, or we gotta wait around a second? Okay, now we've got to wait for about a minute or so. Let's just have a quick look around the interior. It's even foggy inside. I don't think that's legit either. But this is the interior of the 385. Looks very nice, minus the fog. Why is it foggy in... Yeah, okay, we'll ignore that. Now we've got to wait a moment. Yep, afraid you can't get on. It's not heading for Haymarket anymore. Because we're now going to be taking it to Edinburgh Waverley. Let's see if this...
The next station is Haymarket.
Okay. I was expecting it to say Edinburgh Waverley there for a moment. There's still a few issues with this route. I did try to play another scenario in the dark, but there was just a horrible light in the cab, and it basically just meant you couldn't see. See outside, it was horrible. So I abandoned that one, and that's why we ended up on Don't Mess Around. You can see a single yellow somewhere up in the distance there. But we've got no time to be at Edinburgh Waverley by, so I think we'll be okay. As we're just taking this to Edinburgh to be stabled for the day, as I understand it, according to the scenario. So we should see either. I know it says red, but should see that as we come around the bend. Possibly. Or we're going to get stung by the horrible lighting as ever. There we go, we can see the red just up ahead. It's just turned to a single yellow, very nice. Perfect timing. Double yellow. And as we go past Edinburgh Castle, you can vaguely see it up there, along with our 385. Give it a bit of horn action. So as we go through the tunnels on our approach to Waverley, the station will come upon us in just a second. So it's been pretty nice drive, very relaxed. Like that we hit adverse signals along the way, but it's a shame we didn't see. We've not seen any other services coming in the opposite direction, which was a bit of a shame. At least there's some 385s at Waverley. I can see those headlights just to our left. And we'll be pretty sure, yeah, we can see the buffers just coming into view there, so let's try not run into them. Just gently ease ourselves. Pretty good, I think, fair to say. We have completed our run. Where are we? There we are. There's our 385. And let's see how we got on. It's got to be a gold medal, hasn't it? Surely. Yeah, of course it is. If you've enjoyed this one, why don't you hit that like button and also subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.